So very good morning to everyone. So first of all, please pin your message regarding am I audible or visible or not. Please pin your response. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everyone. I'm good. So please pin your response regarding visible, audible, everything all right? Everything good. That great. Now we are starting the today topic. So we are starting with, we already discussed about the root modification. A stem modification we have already seen, underground and subaerial modification. So we are starting today with which one? Aerial stem modification. So in aerial stem modification, what's happened? I'm writing first about leaf or leaflet tendril. Sometime examiner give leaflet, sometime give leaf. That the reason I wrote like this. NCERT only written about what? Leaf tendril. But even it is coming leaflet tendril, it is okay, right? Have a look here. So what I am saying here, suppose that it is a leaf of pea plant. So what we are finding in the pea plant, the upper leaflet going to convert into tendril. Going to convert into tendril. And these tendril help in climbing. Got the idea? Help in climbing. And here in axial, it is what? Axillary bud. So unlike a stem modification, in a stem tendril, what we have seen? These axillary bud going to modified into tendril and helping in climbing. But here, tendril is not formed by the bud. Tendril is formed by leaf or leaflet. Getting the things or not? So here, tendril is a modification of stem also. Tendril is a modification of leaf also. So when it is modification of a stem, bud going to convert into tendril. In modification of leaf, leaf or leaflet going to convert into tendril. Got the idea? And such kind of modification example is which one? Pea plant. Purpose of this modification is what? Support in climbing. Support in climbing. They got the idea? What are the purpose of this particular type of modification? That is support in climbing. So one leaf modification over. That is for support in climbing. Leaf or leaflet going to convert into tendril. Done. Example of such kind of modification is which one? Pea plant. Is it all right? That is enough. Now we are going to move ahead. Now second type of modification we are finding is for defense and reduce water loss. So what happened? I'm just telling you with the help of example. In Aponcia, euphorbia and cactus, not only in cactus, even in Aponcia, even in euphorbia, what happened? Leaf get modified into spine. Modified into spine. You are aware about the spine, getting the things present in cactus, present in Aponcia, present in euphorbia. So these are highly pointed structure. These spine are highly pointed structure. Getting the things or not? It is a pointed structure. I just making like this, and if you touch it, it will pierce in your skin. Getting the things or not? So what we are finding, leaf is get modified into spine. So spine have very less surface area. It have very less surface area. Very less surface area. Hence, beside of defense, it also reduce the water loss. Reduce the water loss. During transpiration, water loss occurs through leaf, but leaf is pointed like this. It have a very less surface area. So who will not lose the water? Leaf will not lose the water. Understanding the idea? Clarity came, and it is a highly pointed structure. So no any organism go near to them, otherwise they will puncture their skin. Understanding the idea? So it help in defense also, and it also help in reduce of loss of water. So here one thing is interesting we have to know. Aponcia, euphorbia and cactus, all these three, Aponcia, euphorbia and cactus, have both stem modification as well as leaf modification. Now pin your answer in Aponcia, euphorbia and cactus, a stem modification serving which purpose and leaf modification serving which purpose. So here a stem modification name is phylloclade. A stem modification name is what? Phylloclade. And that phylloclade for which purpose? Photosynthesis. That phylloclade for which purpose? Photosynthesis. Agree or not? And the leaf modification is called spine. And this spine is serving dual purpose. One purpose reducing the loss of water, another purpose in defense. In NCERT textbook, they more emphasize about the defense. Got the idea? Is it clear? Right? Done. So who is also over? Second modification also over. Now we are going to talk about the third type of modification. Third type of leaf modification we are going to discuss. In Australian acacia, what happened? Leaves are short life. short life. Got the idea? Why it is short life? Why leaves are short life? To reduce water loss. Getting the things? Acacia is also what basically xerophytic plant. So here they also what going to do? Conserving the water loss. Getting the things or not? So leaves are short life. Then who perform the photosynthesis? So in this plant, petiole become flattened and perform photosynthesis. Become flattened, green, and perform photosynthesis. So petiole is performing the photosynthesis. Got the idea? Lamina part not performing the photosynthesis. That is going to that is short life. Getting the things or not? Petiole become green and perform the photosynthesis. Such photosynthetic petiole, such photosynthetic petiole is called Phyllodes. Phyllodes. It is called Phyllodes. You got the difference between Phyllodes and Phyllodes? Right? Tell me. You got the difference between Phyllodes and Phyllodes. Who will write the difference between Phyllodes and Phyllodes? I am just waiting for your response. Difference between Phyllodes and Phyllodes. So Phyllodes is a modification of a stem for photosynthesis. Phyllodes is a modification of a stem for photosynthesis. Phyllodes is a modification of leaf, especially petiole for photosynthesis. Get the idea? So you got the difference between Phyllodes and Phyllodes. Once again I am saying Phyllodes is a modification of stem for photosynthesis present in Apuncia, present in euphorbia, present in cactus. But Phyllodes is a modification of petiole for purpose of photosynthesis, and that is present in Australian acacia. Got the idea? Okay. So both are flattened. Phyllodes is also flattened. Phyllodes in some is also flattened. In Apuncia, Phyllodes is flattened. Here it is also flattened. Right? Now we are moving toward another example. So for a storage of food. I already told about it to you people when I was teaching the underground stem modification and bulb. So what happened in onion? Food is stored in fleshy leaf. Fleshy leaves. So what you are eating in onion? You are eating fleshy leaf in onion. Are you getting the idea or not? So here in onion, leaf is modified to store the food. Getting the things? What is the edible part of onion? Edible part of onion is what? Fleshy leaf. Done? So that is only. Now I am going to talk about modification of leaf for trapping the insect. Modification of leaves for insect trapping. insect trapping. So such type of leaf present in which plant? Present in insectivorous plant. Insectivorous plant. Or these insectivorous plant is also called carnivorous plant. Carnivorous plant. So these carnivorous plant or insectivorous plant, if anyone asks a question from you, either these plant perform photosynthesis or not. Insectivorous plant or carnivorous plant can perform photosynthesis or not? Tell me first. Answer this question. One answer came, sir, no, it don't do photosynthesis. Another answer came, yes, it do photosynthesis. And correct is second answer. It perform photosynthesis. It perform photosynthesis. If it perform photosynthesis, then why it is trapping the insect? I am asking a question. If it perform photosynthesis, then why trapping the insect? Actually, these plants grow in nutrient deficient soil. Got the idea? These plants grow in which one? Nutrient deficient soil. So they fulfill their requirement of nutrient like nitrogen, like phosphorus, like sulfur by trapping the insect. They are trapping the insect, digesting the insect, and after digestion of that insect, they are absorbing these nutrients. Right? So mineral nutrient. So you can say about these plants grow in nutrient, in bracket I am writing which one? Mineral deficient area, deficient soil, and they trap insect to get nutrient from it. In these insect body, these nutrients are there. Nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, even present in every animal body. So they are digesting them and they are getting the nutrient. They perform photosynthesis. They are photosynthetic plant. Got the idea? Now I am writing about some example of these plant. In NCERT it is given peacher plant as one example. Another example given Venus flytrap. One more example I am adding bladderwort. Another one example I am adding sundew plant. These all are insectivorous plant. And what happened? Pitcher plant is also called Nepenthes. Venus flytrap is also called Dionia. Bladderwort is also called Utricularia. And sundew plant is also called Drosena. So in these plant, leaves get modified to trap insect. And this is all about the modification of leaf. Right? Done? Over? Clear? What the example I told for these insectivorous plant? Example, once again I am saying, revising it, peacher plant, also called Nepenthes, Venus flytrap, it is also called Dionia, bladderwort, it is also called Utricularia, sundew plant, it is also called Drosina. So these are the some of the insectivorous plant. They are trapping the insect because they are growing in nutrient deficient area. And in nutrient deficient area, what problem you are finding? Nutrient deficiency is there. So they are taking care of their nutritional need, nutrient need by trapping the insect. They extract it from their body. But they are photosynthetic plant. They also perform the process of photosynthesis. So it is over. Now we are going to talk about leaves. Leaves first we are going to deal, then we'll talk about the modification of leaf. So let's start about the leaf. So it is a flattened green lateral outgrowth arise from shoot apical meristem of node. Leaf arise from node, you know better, but from where it arises on the node? It is arising from which one? Shoot apical meristem. Understanding the idea or not? If we talk about leaf, we can write it is exogenous in origin. In previous classes, I told you about exogenous and endogenous in origin. I told when it is arising from the deeper tissue of the plant. Deeper tissue of the plant. Getting the things or not? It is endogenous in origin, and I have given the example of endogenous in origin as lateral root. If any things are going to arise from outer layer, peripheral layers of the plant, peripheral tissue layer of the plant, it is called exogenous in origin. So I have given exogenous in origin example as what? Root hair, because it is arise from which one? Epidermal outgrowth. These leaf arising from which region? Cortical region. And cortical region is even peripheral layers. You can say extrastellar region we are saying as peripheral layer, and intrastellar we are telling about inner layers. So when it is arising from extrastellar region, anything, it is called exogenous in origin. Either it is a leaf or a branch or a bird, all are exogenous in origin. Either it is a leaf, branch or bird, it is exogenous in origin. Root hair, exogenous in origin, but lateral root, endogenous in origin. Because that arises from which one? Pericycle. So you got the idea about the exogenous and endogenous. I hope you understand about it. What is the meaning of exogenous in origin and endogenous in origin? Right? So now we are moving ahead about the leaf. Give your attention. So if we talk about major function of the leaf, photosynthesis. Because it is a green part and major photosynthetic area in the plant. Got the idea? Photosynthesis occurs by any green part of the plant, but in a tree, mainly green part is what? Leaves. Getting the thing? Even stem is green, they can perform photosynthesis. So it is the major green part. So the main function is what basically photosynthesis. Done. Now we are going to talk about the part of leaf. Part of leaf. So I am just telling you about, there are three major parts we are finding. One is leaf base, another is petiole, another is lamina, or this part is also called leaf blade. Got the idea? Right? You just try to understand all these parts with the help of a diagram. So this is the stem. Here it is the node. I am changing the color for the node. It is node. And from the node, which area? Shoot apical meristem. Who is arising? Leaves are arising. Suppose that it is a leaf. Got the idea? So what we are finding in the leaf, there are three parts there. One part of the leaf is basal part. Basal part is that part of the leaf which help the leaf to attach with the stem. So this part is called leaf base. Leaf base. So leaf base help the leaf to attach with the stem or its branches. Getting the things or not? Is it clear? Right? Now if we talk about second part, it is petiole. It is a stalk of the leaf. And a stalk, other name we are saying what? Basically it is petiole. And third part is what? Basically it is lamina of leaf. Or we are telling it leaf blade. Blade of the leaf. It is flattened part of the leaf. It is basal part. So leaf base have a other name as well. Leaf base is also called hypopodium. Hypopodium, right? Petiole or lamina, stalk is also called mesopodium. Mesopodium. And the flattened lamina is also called epipodium. So the flattened structure is lamina or leaf blade. This is called what? Apical part, it is called leaf apex. If it is base, it is apex. Leaf apex. And this part is called margin of leaf. Corner, border is called margin of leaf. Margin of leaf. Are you getting the idea? So in lamina, what you are reporting, one prominent vein is there. This prominent vein of lamina is called midrib. And from prominent vein branches are arising. These branches is called veins. And even sub branches arising from vein. So these sub branches which is arising from vein, suppose that this is the sub branches arising from vein, and these sub branches is called what? Basically veinlet. So midrib, veins and veinlets are present in which part of the leaf? Lamina of the leaf. Getting the idea? So this is a typical structure of a leaf. Isn't it? Right? Now we are just going to talk more about what you will find in some plant, not in all plant. In some plant, I am changing the color for differentiation. A small leaf-like structure may arise. It is not compulsory. Small leaf-like structure may arise from leaf base area. And these small leaf-like structure is called stipules. These small leaf-like structure is called stipules. So based on presence or absence of stipules, there are two types of leaf. It is not a compulsory structure. Stipules is not a compulsory structure. If stipules is present, leaf is called as stipulated leaf. Or if it is absent, it is called ex-stipulated leaf. Ex-stipulated leaf. So here stipule present, and in this case stipule absent. Stipule absent. Are you getting the idea? So stipulated leaf or ex-stipulated leaf. If you talk about the example of stipulated leaf, you can write like members of family Fabaceae. If you see the Fabaceae plant, family Fabaceae plant, in their leaf you will find from the leaf base a small leaf-like structure is arising, and that is called stipulated leaf. And if you talk about an ex-stipulated leaf, who is absent? Stipules are absent. Stipules absent, simply wrote. Examples of this case is members of family Liliaceae and Solanaceae. So it is not a compulsory structure on the leaf. Are you getting the idea? It is not a compulsory structure on a leaf. It may present, it may absent. It may present, it may absent. Are you getting the idea or not? Now if we go for the once again on the diagram of the leaf I leveled, one thing I want to write more. In base of the leaf, compulsory one structure is there. Compulsory one structure is there, and here it is what basically axillary bud. Axillary bud. Did you got the idea? Axillary bud. Always arise in the axil of leaf base and stem. Got the idea? So who is present? Axillary bud is also present in the axil. Compulsorily it is present. So this is a typical structure of a leaf. We have seen three parts are there. Leaf base, petiole, lamina. Sometimes stipules may arise from the leaf base area. Small leaf-like structure is called stipules. It may present, it may absent. Where it is present, I already told. Where it is absent, I already told. Got the idea? And what is the arrangement of leaf? Leaf arranged on branch and stem. I am coming on. Leaves arranged on stem and its branches. In acropetal order. In acropetal order. Getting the idea or not? What is this acropetal order? What is the meaning of it? Suppose that this is a stem, and on this stem these are the nodes, and from nodes who will arise? Leaf will arise. So just give your attention. I am drawing the leaf. See, I am also drawing it is a lateral flattened green structure. So it is basal part of the stem, and it is apical part. Got the idea? So what we are finding, this is one of the leaf, this is another leaf, this is another leaf, this is another leaf, this is another leaf. So the oldest leaf is present toward base and newest leaf present toward apex. This arrangement is called acropetal arrangement. You got the idea what is acropetal arrangement? When toward the base, older leaf are there, when toward the apex, newer leaf are there. As branch are growing. So this is the base of the branch, here old leaf are there. As it is moving, somehow new, it is newer than this, it is newer than this, it is newer than this, and it is the newest. Are you getting the idea? So this arrangement is called what basically? Acropetal arrangement. So all branches and stem leaf are arranged in acropetal order. Is it clear or not? Now we are once again coming on the component of leaf I told in this diagram. That is what basically? Three component I told: leaf base, petiole and lamina. We are going to deal about all these three one by one. So first of all, I am going to tell you about leaf base. Leaf base we are going to discuss. Give your attention. If you talk about leaf base, NCERT wrote about there are two type of leaf base are there. There are two type of leaf base are there. Got the idea? One is called pulvinous leaf base. And another is called seethery leaf base or sheath-like leaf base. Sheath-like, or we also call it which one? Seethery leaf base. So pulvinous leaf base means swollen leaf base. And this type of leaf base example is Fabaceae, member of family Fabaceae. Members of family Fabaceae. In member of family Fabaceae, you will find pulvinous leaf base. And sheath-like leaf base you will find in, example is monocots. Monocots plant. In monocot plants you will find which leaf base? Sheath-like leaf base. Did you got the idea? So sheath-like leaf base we are finding in the monocot. Pulvinous leaf base we are finding in the member of family Fabaceae. How a pulvinous leaf base look? Let me draw a diagram. So have a look here, give your attention. This is the stem, this is the leaf, this is the lamina, this is petiole, and here is the leaf base. It is pulvinous leaf base. Swollen leaf base. Such type of leaf base, swollen type of leaf base, swelling in the leaf base is present in what basically? Member of family Fabaceae. I am telling you with the help of an easy example. In a 3D way, I am just going to tell you. Look here, this is a stem. This is a stem. And assume this is from here to here to here. It is what basically? Petiole, and this part is leaf base. You think like this part is palm is leaf base, and this is what basically? Petiole, and this is a stem. You try to understand in 3D. So if with a stem, leaf base attaching like this, what you are finding? Swollen area attaching with the leaf base. Are you getting the idea or not? Stem, leaf base, and it is petiole. Leaf base attaching like this, swollen area attaching with the stem or its branches. That is called what basically? Pulvinous leaf base. You got the idea? Understand the pulvinous leaf base? Now I am going to tell you about seethery leaf base. Here student confused. So that is the reason I just taking the help of a 3D model to explain it. See, in C3 leaf base, what's happened? I'm writing first. In C3 leaf base, what's happened? Leaf base cover the stem or its branches wherever it is present partially or completely, totally. What the idea? It is either covering the stem partially or completely. Got the idea? So look here, this is a stem and this is leaf base. Now how leaf base is coming? Attaching the stem like this, look. So right now it is covering the stem partially or totally, tell me. Right now it is covering the stem totally or partially. Stem, leaf base come like this and hold the stem like this. So here partial covering. When it cover all around, it is called total covering. Understand the idea? So either it is covering the stem partially or totally. It is called C3 leaf base. Such type of leaf base is the characteristic feature of monocot plant. Is it clear? Such type of leaf base is a characteristic feature of which plant? Monocot plant. Is it done? Clear? Is it all right? Can we move ahead? Just a minute. 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 Let come on the previous slide. What blunder we did you got? What blunder we did you got? Here I wrote about which modification? We are dealing about a stem modification and we rewrote about which modification? Leaf modification. Got the idea? So leaf or leaflet tendril, it is a modification of leaf. Suddenly it clicked in my mind, something is there. Got the idea? When I was teaching leaf, I find like I wrote these all things. So here it is, I wrote about which one? It is which one? Not aerial word to shoot now. I wrote about which one? Leaf modification. Anyhow, leaf modification, first I told it is leaflet tendril. Leaflet tendril is a modification of leaf. Right? Second thing, so it is done. You simply change here the things with which one? Leaf modification. Okay. So leaf or leaflet tendril. Then I wrote a spine. I wrote about everything about leaf modification. Apuntia, euphorbia, cactus. It is modification of leaf. It is not the modification of a stem. Here spine is present in which one? Leaf modification. Then I wrote about which one? Then I wrote about in Australian acacia, it is leaf modification. It is leaf modification. Getting the things or not? And if we talk about later on, I wrote about which one? For food storage, it is also leaf modification. Then I wrote about in insectivorous plant, it is also which one? Leaf modification. So you have to do one thing. Rather than a stem modification, write which one? Leaf modification. Suddenly it clicked in my mind. I already told about pitcher plant. It is a leaf modification, and I am starting introductory part once again. Anyhow, that what is over, it is a long-term batch, you can manage it. Is it all right now? So it is a modification of leaf. First I finish the modification of leaf only. Then I am going to come on the basic part. Then I will tell in the last about stem modification, stem modification. So give your attention. Have a look. Have a look. Haji. So where we was? So we are just going to talk about the introductory part of the leaf. So I told you pulvinous leaf base and seedry leaf base. I hope you understand the differences between the two. Now I am going to talk about second component of the leaf, that is petiole. So who is remaining to deal? A stem modification, aerial stem modification remaining to deal. Okay. So we are going to talk about petiole. So it is a long stalk which is flexible and help the lamina to flutter. So one side is petiole attached with lamina, another side attached with leaf base. You can say it like this. One side attached with lamina and other side attached with leaf base. Did you got the idea? So it is what basically petiole. Clear? So what we are going to say, now give your attention. What is the meaning of flutter? I wrote it is a long stalk which is flexible and help the lamina to flutter. Look here, I am once again drawing a leaf. Here it is petiole, here it is lamina, and it is petiole. I am highlighting the petiole. So when wind blow, what happened to leaf? It becoming like this, na? It is called fluttering. It is called fluttering. Who is getting fluttered? Lamina is getting fluttered. It is due to which reason? Flexible nature of which one? Flexible nature of which one? Petiole. Fluttering of lamina is possible. Now what is the advantage of fluttering of lamina? What is the advantage of fluttering of lamina? It helps in cooling the leaf surface. Cooling the leaf surface. Got the idea? It help in cooling the leaf surface, as well as it bring fresh air near the leaf. Fluttering help in this job, but this fluttering was not possible when who was not there? Petiole was not there. This fluttering was not possible when who is not there? Petiole was not there. Is it all right? Is it done? So now we are going to talk about the lamina. Right. So if we talk about lamina, it is flattened, green, photosynthetic part. Of leaf. Mainly photosynthesis is done by which one? Lamina. Understanding the idea or not? So it is a flattened green photosynthetic part of the leaf. If it contain midrib veins and venlet. It contains midrib, veins and venlet. Now I am asking a question to you. Ki what is the function of these midrib, vein and venlet? Tell me the function of these which is present on the lamina. What is the function of these things? Pin your function. Pin the answer. Function number 1, conduction of, because it contains xylem and phloem, so conduction of water, mineral and food is one of the function. Second function is what? What is the second function? Xylem phloem is there, so function is conduction of water, mineral and food, because xylem is also there in the veins or venlet, or phloem is also there. Another function is what? Other function? You think leaf without midrib, leaf without veins, leaf without venlets, what problem occur in the leaf? It providing the lamina a structural support also, na? Otherwise, lamina is a thin paper-like a structure, na? It will roll. Getting the things or not? So it help the lamina to maintain its structure. Getting the things or not? A structural support to lamina. So you can write like provide a structural support to lamina. So part of leaf is over. Now we are going to talk about venation, phyllotaxy. Getting the things or not? So venation, we are an type of leaf. Venation. So what is venation? Arrangement of vein on venlets on leaf, on lamina of leaf is called venation. So it is of two types. One is reticulate and another one is parallel. So if we talk about reticulate venation, usually in dicot. Exceptions are there, some monocot also have reticulate venation. Parallel venation you can write mostly in monocot. Some dicot also have parallel venation. So it doesn't mean all dicot have reticulate venation and all monocot have parallel venation. This statement become a wrong statement. Did you got the idea? So reticulate venation usually present in dicot, parallel venation mostly present in monocot. Both have same meaning. Usually or mostly means what? Most of the members. Both are synonyms word. Got the idea? Now I am drawing the structure of a reticulate venation. Just have a look. Give your attention. Suppose that here it is a leaf. So what you are finding, here it is midrib and this is veins. These are veins arising from the midrib. Now from veins I am changing the color so you can understand it better. From veins which are arising, veinlets are arising. It is like this, veinlets are arising. From veins which are arising, veinlets are arising here also. Here also. So such kind of condition we are finding in which one? Reticulate venation. In parallel venation, what we are finding? Network is not forming. So here a network forming or not? Network forming or not? Network like a structure is there or not? So here in parallel venation, what we are finding? Let me draw a diagram. Suppose that it is a leaf. In parallel venation, we simply see like this. Who is missing? Veinlet is missing. So midrib is there, veins are there. Veinlet is missing. Here veinlet is present. But here veinlet is absent. Here veinlet is absent. Did you got the idea? Here veinlets are absent. Understood? So here these two are parallel, anywhere they will match. So it is called what basically parallel venation. It is a characteristic of monopod. In people tree, you will find veins and veinlets are there. Here veinlets are not there. Did you got the idea? So veinlet is making a network. So when network is formed under a leaf, lamina, it is called reticulate venation, and when veinlet is missing, it is called which one? Parallel venation. Now we are going to talk about the type of leaf. Type of leaves. So if we talk about the type of leaves, if you talk about the type of leaf, it is two type of leaf we are finding. One is simple leaf and another one is compound leaf. If we talk about simple leaf, what is the definition? If lamina have no incision or if incision present, it not touch the midrib. It is called simple leaf. In compound leaf, what happened? Incision touch the midrib. Try to understand with the help of example. I am drawing some leaf. Your duty here to say either it is simple or compound. So this is a leaf. If it is like this, here auxiliary word. Is it a simple leaf or compound leaf? Tell me. This is midrib. So incision is there in the leaf? No incision is there. Incision means cut. There is no cut is present in the leaf. There is no cut is present in the leaf. Are you getting the idea? Hence, it is a simple leaf. Simple. Another diagram I am making for checking you. Either it is a simple or compound. See, this is a leaf. Tell me, is it a simple leaf or compound leaf? Here it is auxiliary word. Tell me, the second one is a simple leaf or compound leaf? Second one is also a simple leaf. Why it is a simple leaf? Here incision is there. Incision cut is there. Cut is there, but that cut is not touching the midrib. So it is a simple leaf. Now I am making a diagram. You identify it is a simple leaf or compound leaf. It is auxiliary word. Now you tell me it is a simple leaf or compound leaf. Answer in this. Simple leaf or compound leaf? Still it is a simple leaf. Why? Prove it. It is not the midrib. It is a branch. And this is not a leaflet. This is a leaf. Why this is a leaf? At the axil, who is there? Axillary word is there. So axillary word help us to identify कि either it is a leaf or leaflet. Auxiliary word present at the base of leaf, not at the base of leaflet. And better to write in the axil of leaf, at axil of leaf, not at the axil of leaflet. Not at the axil of leaflet. Did you got the idea? And leaf have acropetal arrangement. Leaflet don't have acropetal arrangement. Who have acropetal arrangement? Leaf have acropetal arrangement near the base. Getting the things or not? Now I am just going to tell you and identify it is a simple leaf or compound leaf. Identify it. Is it a simple leaf or compound leaf? It is a compound leaf because bird is present here at the axil of leaf. So this structure is a leaf. Here it is axillary word. You just see the previous diagram. In previous diagram, axillary word present everywhere. Everywhere auxiliary word is there. So that means everyone is a word basically, leaf. Here auxiliary word is only present at this place. Nowhere auxiliary word base is there. At the base of the axil of the leaflet. So this is which one? This is petiole. And this was earlier what? Midrib. But now we are telling this midrib as what? Rachis. Now we are telling it what? Rachis. We are not telling it midrib now. When in simple leaf it was midrib, now here it is what basically? Rachis. And these are not leaves. These are what basically? Leaflet. These are what basically? Leaflet. Did you got the idea? Understanding the idea? Now I am telling a hypothetical diagram. Look here. Assume it was attached like this. I am putting with a dotted structure. If all was together, then it become a simple leaf, na? But what happened? Incision occur, and incision touches the midrib. Touches the midrib, and then become like this. And that is the reason it is a compound leaf. Did you got the idea? Understanding came or not? If all green part are together, it was a simple leaf. Now how it became a compound leaf? So this is leaflet. So are you able to differentiate between leaflet and branch? This is what basically? Axillary word. So here it is a leaf. Here axillary word is not there. Hence it is a leaflet. Did you got the idea? Understand? Clear in the mind? So compound leaf is of two types. Compound leaf is of two types. One is pinnately compound and another one is palmately compound. One is pinnately compound and another one is what basically? Palmately compound. So if you talk about pinnately compound leaf, what happened? All the leaflet arise from a common axis called rachis. Diagram is same. I have drawn earlier. This is a structure of a pinnately compound leaf. So these all are the leaflet and these are common axis. And this common axis is called rachis. So this is the diagram of a pinnately compound leaf. Example of this leaf, NCERT wrote what? Neem. In neem we are getting pinnately compound leaf. Now if we talk about the palmately compound leaf, what happened here? All the leaflet arise from a common point on the petiole. All the leaflet arise from a common point on the petiole like this. Let me draw. It is a petiole and it is the common point. This is one leaflet, this is other leaflet, this is other leaflet. It is leaflet. Leaflet. It is common point. So when leaf arrange like this in a compound leaf, it is called palmately compound leaf. An example of such type of leaf is called silk cotton. Silk cotton. Got the idea? So this is about the type of leaf over. Now we are going to talk about phyllotaxy of leaf. And after that I will start the stem. That mistake we did in earlier. Did you got na? Beside of a start teaching aerial modification of a stem, I given the heading and a start writing modification of leaf. Right. Certain time weapon it like in different batches, different things is going on. So you are with that mental temperament. Okay, anyhow, we finally find it, what we did. So anyhow, we are going to talk about phyllotaxy. So what is phyllotaxy? Phyllotaxy is arrangement of leaf on a stem or its branches. So there are three types of phyllotaxy we are going to discuss. One is alternate phyllotaxy. Another is opposite phyllotaxy. And the last one is world phyllotaxy. Got the idea? But diagram we are understanding it. In alternate phyllotaxy, what we are finding, this is a stem, this is a node, another node, another node, another node. So from each node, how many leaves are arising? One leaf are arising. From each node, one leaf only. From each node, how many leaves are there? From each node, one leaf. Such kind of phyllotaxy is called alternate type of phyllotaxy, and we are getting this type of phyllotaxy. What is the example? Example is mustard, China rose, and which one? Sunflower. We are getting this type of phyllotaxy. Opposite phyllotaxy, what we are finding, from each node, two leaves are arising. From each node, two leaves. From each node. It is opposite phyllotaxy. Example, we are finding NCERT wrote 2 guava, guava you say, another one is which one? Calotropis. And third type of phyllotaxy is called world phyllotaxy. What we are finding in world phyllotaxy is from each node many leaves are arising. From each node many leaves are arising. Many leaves from each node. This is called world phyllotaxy. An example of world phyllotaxy is Alstonia. So this is about phyllotaxy. One thing after that written in NCERT that we dealt in beginning, and that is modification of leaf. In the very first slides, modification of leaf is there. Now wait, stem we will discuss. Aerial modification of a stem. I wrote aerial modification and I start explaining leaf. That the blunder occur. Aerial modification of a stem. These are the things which is remaining to dealt. After that, the syllabus of this week will over. So aerial modification of a stem we are going to discuss. So first modification, aerial, we are going to discuss tendril. We will discuss these modification. Tendril, we will discuss about thorn. We will discuss third about phyloclade. And fourth modification, we will discuss about cladode oblique cladophil. These word cladode or cladophil is not in NCERT, but many time it came in option, so we will discuss about all these. So tendril for which purpose? For climbing, support, you can say support. Thorn for protection. Phyloclade for photosynthesis. And this cladode or cladophil also for photosynthesis. Now we are going to deal about each and one, every one. Write the example, then I will explain. Example of tendril category is gourds. And another example is grapevine. Example of thorn category is which one? Citrus and bougainvillea. You open your NCERT, one correction is there. In the diagram of bougainvillea, they wrote a spine. In bougainvillea, thorn is there, not a spine is there. So correct your NCERT. It is written by mistake. In diagram, you open the morphology, see the bougainvillea diagram. There they have written in bougainvillea, who is there? A spine is there. A spine is not there in bougainvillea. Thorn is there. A spine is a modification of leaf. Thorn is a modification of a stem. Don't forget it. A spine is a modification of leaf. Thorn is a modification of stem. Clear? Now we are going to talk about phyloclade, or present in which one? Opuntia, euphorbia, and cactus. Now, cladode and cladophyll present in asparagus. Another example is ruscus. Now let me explain it. That required to explain, my mind jumped it and start explaining leaf. That thing happened today. Okay, bhai. So come on the agenda. Give your attention. So we are going to deal about tendril first. Look here, give your attention. Gourds, in gourds plant, gourds include which one? Cucumber, watermelon, pumpkin. These all are example of gourds. These all are collectively called gourds. So in gourds, what you are finding, this is the leaf, and here it is axillary word. Now what happening? These axillary word get modified into tendril. Are you getting the idea or not? Understanding the idea, what I am telling? Axillary word forming the tendril. In case of gourds, NCERT also wrote also in grapevine axillary word forming the tendril. So in gourds, grapevine, who is converting into tendril? Auxiliary word in both example. In your state book it is written terminal word, but NCERT wrote for both it is what? Auxiliary word. So auxiliary word form tendril. And it help in which one? Support and climbing. Getting the things. So this is one of the aerial modification. Now we are going to talk about thorn, second aerial modification. If you see the leaf of citrus, what happened in citrus? These axillary word become pointed, and these pointed axillary word is called become thorn. These pointed axillary word become thorn. Getting the things or not? These kind of condition we are finding in which one? Citrus also and bougainvillea also. What the idea? Citrus also, bougainvillea also. So these thorns is what? Modification of axillary word. Modification of axillary word. What it is doing? It is performing protection. It is performing which function? Protective in function. Any grazing animal try to eat their leaf. Just near the leaf, a pointed thorn is there. They try to put the leaf in the mouth, who will puncture their buccal cavity? This thorn. So definitely this thorn is protecting the plant or not? Understanding the idea? So third modification we are going to deal is phylloclade. So in Aponcia, euphorbia, cactus, what the story we are finding? A stem become, in Opuntia, euphorbia, cactus, a stem become fleshy, green and photosynthetic. Why a stem become like this? Because leaf get modified into spine. Get modified into spine. Leaf get modified into a spine. So here spines are there. And green structure, overall fleshy structure is what basically phylloclade. Able to understand? So phylloclade is performing the photosynthesis because leaf is not there doing their duty. So the duty of the leaf is performed by stem. So such kind of stem modification example is Opuntia, Euphorbia and cactus. Examiner ask a question. In Opuntia, flattened phylloclade is there. And in Euphorbia, cylindrical phylloclade is there. Cylindrical phylloclade is. Don't forget this. Examiner asked this line in exam. Opuntia have flattened, Euphorbia have cylindrical phylloclade. Phylloclade is a modification of modification of a stem for photosynthesis. A stem become fleshy or succulent, right? And what the stem is doing? Photosynthesis, because it become green and leaf is not doing their job. Done. Now we are going to talk about cladode or cladophyll. In one line I am giving you the definition. One internode long phylloclade. Phylloclade means green structure. Is called cladophyll. Example I wrote already, asparagus and ruscus. Asparagus and ruscus. You try to understand with the help of example. I am telling you. Suppose that this palm, you got the idea, is phylloclade. Here it is stem or these are branches. So all stem and all branches become green color. And suppose that some spines are here and there present. So spine is what? Basically leaf, and these green structure which is forming is what? Basically phylloclade. Now what happened in asparagus and ruscus? In all these stem, entire stem not becoming green. That much only becoming green. One internode long structure becoming green. You just try to see, this is a stem, this is the branches. In branches, these are nodes and these are internode. This part become green and photosynthetic. All part not becoming, all stem not becoming photosynthesis. But in the case of Opuntia, Euphorbia, what you are finding? Entire stem become photosynthesis. Why? Here how many nodes are there? See, as many spines are there, as many nodes are there. So all internode become which one? Green and photosynthetic. It is of indefinite growth, it is of definite growth. Here that much part become photosynthetic. Remaining stem not become photosynthesis. That is the reason I wrote cladode or cladophyll is what? One internode long phylloclade. Phylloclade have what? Every internode become green and flattened. Entire stem become green and flattened. And leaf converted into a spine. Here what we are finding? Only one internode long stem become photosynthetic. So that is cladode or cladophyll. It is not in NCERT, but it is related term, so I told you. You got the idea? Now I am asking, can you tell me the difference between these three terminology? Phylloclade, cladode or cladophyll, and phyllodes. Can you differentiate these three terms? These are related in pronouncing. Related pronunciations is there. Getting the thing? Can you tell me the differences? Phylloclade and cladode or cladophyll is what? Modification of a stem. For photosynthesis. This phyllodes is modification of petiole for photosynthesis. Did you got the idea? Is it all right? So this is about the syllabus of the week. I hope you understand it, right? Modification of leaf, I start in beginning only. So thank you very much for your patience, for listening. Bye-bye. Have a good day to all of you.